Hey y'all, this is Chrissy T, and I'm back with the recap of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 11, Episode 20. I hope you guys are having a good day. The episode opens with the ladies in Belize. Renni is vomiting on the side of the road. They're thinking of taking her to the hospital, and the ladies are really concerned because Renni told Sierra that she has a hole in her kidney. And I do believe all the ladies went to the hospital with her. And let me just say, I love the dynamic between them, how they genuinely care for one another. I would honestly enjoy the show with just them in it. I can do without the other cast because Renni, Spice, Shekinah, and Sierra, they don't have to conjure up a storyline like the rest of the cast. I feel like we really see them in their authenticity. And this will be a phenomenal show with just them. I honestly believe that. So later that evening, after Renni is feeling much better, they join Spice on stage during her performance. And later that night, they bond over dinner and they talk about their struggles, their past traumas, and their personal growth. So Spice asks Renni if she feels like she healed on this trip. And Renni said, well, she's definitely gotten some better insight on things. She says she was moved by Spice's performance and the glow on Spice's face when Renni told her that was everything. And Spice, I can see, has really grown. I'm seeing some growth. Some, not a lot, but some. So Sierra, of course, talked about her soon-to-be ex-husband, Eric. And Shekinah said she is tired of her talking about Eric. Girl, so am I. She said Eric was with a group of women last night because Zell sent her a picture. And I feel like that Zell sending that picture to her kind of opened up old wounds. I think she should make it very clear to Zell and everybody else, listen, what me and Eric had going on is done. I no longer care what he's doing. Don't send me any pictures of him. Don't text me. Don't call me about him. Don't do nothing. Nip it in the bud. Otherwise, they'll keep doing it. But at the same time, she can't stop talking about him. So maybe that's why they send the pictures or text messages, because she just can't stop talking about him. So after she was done talking about him, she said now that he's out the picture, she can genuinely focus on making her relationship better with her kids. And my question is, why wasn't that a priority at first? Why is it now a priority that Eric is out of the picture? It sounds like she made Eric a priority over the kids and also a priority over herself. That's what it sounds like to me. So Sierra also says that she is not trying to mend anything with Bambi right now. I don't blame her. Renni says she's not ready to make amends with Erica Banks. I don't blame her. You know, she says she's just taking it one step at a time. And Spice says she's not ready to move forward with Karli Redd. I don't blame her. So she kind of feels like they're on a journey to healing, but she kind of think it's hypocrisy because they don't want to make amends with these people they had, animosity with. But she kind of has to understand that healing doesn't happen overnight, girl. It is a gradual process. And when you push yourself too hard, too soon to forgive someone and want to make amends, the healing don't last. So give them time, one step at a time. They can't do too much too soon. And I think they may have forgiven all of these people they have animosity with, but I think they're not ready to let these people back in their lives so fast. You can forgive people and still keep them at a distance. You don't have to have these people in your circle. You don't have to. Then Sierra asked Spice if she was healed from the Erica Mena situation, and that kind of struck a nerve. Spice said that her system is immune to racism and colorism. She said it's become a part of her reality. I mean, this has been a part of her reality way before Erica Mena happened. She says she feels like darker skinned black women get a little bit harsher. And she said when she was in school, she was called Blackie. She was called Tar. And some of those names I was called when I was in school. So Renni shared that her sister is Spice complexion. And when they go out together, Renni is acknowledged, but her sister isn't. And when Renni mentioned that, Spice really broke down and she excused herself. Renni then went on to console her. And then she said that She read her sister's diary, and she wrote in her diary that she wished she looked like Renni. That was sad. And then Renni said that when they were in school, teachers didn't believe they were really sisters. So Renni is telling Spice that she understands what she's going through because her sister has went through the same thing. And this scene was really heavy because it reminded me of my own insecurities, dealing with colorism and stuff like that. So it was really heavy, and I wasn't ready to really tap into that just yet. It was too much. So let's move forward. Meanwhile, back in Atlanta, Zell is looking for some bling bling for Saucy. Saucy is his partner. And Zell says he's never brought jewelry for anyone, not even his mama. And the jewelry he's looking at is a bracelet, and I think it costs $55,000. So Zell says he's feeling Saucy, and he wants to give Saucy the things that he like, because he says Saucy is a material girl. Saucy said he ain't no gold digger, but he damn sure ain't messing with no broke nigga. But Saucy has a full beard. He has acrylic fingernails. He wears lipstick. He has a BBL. He has the whole nine. But he still has that beard, and I often wonder why. Also, men that are gay, when I see them dating men, the men look feminine. So I just never understood that. Maybe it ain't for me to understand. I don't know. Maybe y'all can chime in why it's like that. Why does a gay man like men, but then he want the man to be feminine? I don't get it. Let's move on. So Zell shares in his confessional that he wasn't always comfortable with his sexuality. But now that he's dating Saucy, Saucy makes him really feel comfortable. At one point, Zell didn't consider himself as being gay because he dated both men and women. And he's been in long-term relationship with women as well. So Zell says he's ready for marriage and kids, but Saucy seems to think that Zell has a lot of growing up to do as a man. So later that evening, Saucy started to piss me off. So before that, Zell meets up with Jessica White. She's rehearsing a song called Vogue. Zell is unaware that Jessica is an artist. He knows her as being a model, a runway model. So do I. I never knew the girl was an artist. She asks his opinion on the song, and she wanted somebody to rap on it, and she shares her interest in Saucy. Zell agrees to ask Santana to see if he would do a verse on the song. So later, Saucy and Zell show up to the studio session. Saucy seemed uninterested. He acted as if Jessica was beneath him. His lack of interest, it was all over his face. I think it was very rude as hell to show up with a diva attitude. So he heard the song and said, oh, it was cute. And he said the song sounded just like his. So yes, Saucy was definitely not impressed with Jessica. So he heard the song, right? He heard the song. So he had the nerve to ask her how long she'd been rapping when she's clearly a singer. So Jessica is interested in working with Saucy, but Saucy trying to get Zell to do it. Like, that is so damn disrespectful. And the expression on Jessica's face, it looked to me that she was embarrassed. Not even, listen, this ain't even the half of it. So after he's done doing that, he got the nerve to mistake her for one of Nick Cannon's baby mother. Now, she was pregnant by Nick Cannon, but she miscarried. And I don't think she can have kids. So for him to do that, it was very tacky and unprofessional. So in his confessional, production asked Saucy if he was going to do the track. And he basically said no. He said he'll circle back once she's more of an established artist. I mean, really, Saucy? Because I don't think you're that great of an artist your damn self. So next we see Erica Banks. She's meeting up with her lawyer. She has her manager and Chaotic with her to support her. Erica has been under the impression that she fulfilled her contract, it ended. But the label said otherwise. So clearly she didn't read her contract. So her lawyer advises that her suing them will put her career on hold for at least 4 years. And she decides she don't want to do that. This is the same thing Meg Thee Stallion went through. And 1501 started promoting Erica Banks, saying she was going to be bigger than Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Erica can rap. The girl can rap. I'm not going to take that from her. And I believe they used her to get back at Meg Thee Stallion. And Meg is still a rising star. And Erica Banks, I feel like she just fell to the wayside. Meanwhile, Karli Redd decides she wants Amy Luciani on the record that she did with Erica Banks. And Erica Banks decided she don't want to do it because it's with her record label that she has beef with. Why would she put out a record with a label she having beef with? I wouldn't do it either. And for Karli to ask Amy to be on the track, knowing that Amy and Erica got beef because of Chaotic, like that was just messy. And Amy is being even more messy and petty by agreeing to do the song. So later that night, they performed the song and it looked a hot mess. I mean, well, Karli wasn't prepared. She just wasn't prepared. It was terrible. So moving on to Bambi. Bambi says that since her divorce, her career has been going up. And that's what happens when you get rid of a Dusty. Okay. But she said, on the other hand, her life has been pretty much in shambles because she's constantly being attacked by Scrappy and Mama D. And why is Scrappy allowing this? Does he not know that what is being done to Bambi is also affecting the kids? Mental health is important, especially when you have kids. If mama ain't doing well mentally, how can she be there for the kids? Scrappy is selfish, and he's only thinking about himself. He's only thinking of ways that he can do to drag the mother of his kids. Every day, he's on somebody's podcast talking down on her. This is the woman he had 3 kids with. Scrappy is that bitter ex-husband. He is bitter. And Bambi was supposed to perform after Karli Redd and Amy, but she ends up having a panic attack. And we learned that it was her 3rd panic attack that week. And I'm wondering if she was nervous to perform or if it's the stress from the divorce and the drama taking a toll on her mental health. Listen, if y'all ain't never had a panic attack, honey, when a panic attack comes, it comes out of nowhere and it comes suddenly. You honestly think you're about to die. Because you lightheaded, you have this hot and cold flush going through your body, you're nausea, you can't stand up straight, you're dizzy. Honey, listen. So clearly, she's going through a lot, and it's too much for her to deal with when you got your husband and his mama and his new girlfriend coming at you. It's a lot. The blogs, it's too much. Y'all, that's the end of this episode. Bambi, honey, we wish you well. I hope you just take time for yourself, honey. And if you have to get a therapist, do that. Reach out to friends. You can't carry this burden by yourself. Honey, I've been there. Y'all, this is the end of this episode. I will see y'all again. Y'all will hear from me again. Like, comment.